goody. Oh, goody golly gumdrops. It's a Christmas miracle. More Catly stuff to look at and talk about. It's a miracle. There's been this hole in our lives since the absolute closure, shutdown of everything related to Concord. So we need more weirdness, weird kind of controversial stuff to look at and talk about. So this is great. We have received chapter 2 in what we can only hope will be the long and epic Catly Saga. It seems that the developers have taken our criticisms, accusations even. They've taken all of that to heart, and they've decided to make some changes in their advertising. There's a lot of changes. Obviously, as you can see here, they have uploaded a gameplay video. A lot of accusations that this might not even actually be a real game that exists and is in development. So they have proven us wrong by showing us honest to goodness gameplay. Now, personally, I can't help but kind of sense an asterisk next to the word gameplay, but we'll get to that in a second. Right now, we're looking at the website. They've made a lot of changes, a lot of dramatic changes to their website. And by that, I mean they've removed everything. That's the change that they've made to the website. They've put the gameplay trailer, sure, and they have removed everything else. All of that weird stuff about like fashion, where we couldn't really tell if it was like an in-game thing or a real life thing or what, and all of the images were really clearly AI. That's the thing. They have come out and they have said there's no use of generative AI anywhere in the game, and maybe that's true, but those images absolutely were, and I cannot help but notice that when they said no, there's no AI anywhere, they had removed. You remember, it used to be you scroll down and you see this whole weird fashion thing. It's all just gone now. It's 100% gone. The website is just this. It's just the links and the video, and I can't even, every time I come to this website, sometimes I can scroll back up and sometimes I can't. But basically that's the website now. I mean, definitely an improvement. Like no question there. So now let's go over to the Steam page. There's a lot that's different now. If you want to sum up all of the changes, they have made they've made this page comprehensible whatsoever. That's what they've done, is they've made it actually look like a page for a real game made by human beings. They've updated all of these little things, the little blurb. It now makes sense. An open world adventure filled with surprises and joy, side by side with cats. Build your dream island, meet various characters, and enjoy caring for your cats, dressing up, building, farming, racing, skiing, and much more. Explore freely and have endless fun with your furry companions. See, these make sense. These are activities that all more or less make sense in the context of a video game about cats. So that's a really big improvement right there. While we're here, I didn't even notice last time that the developer is super authentic. So like super authentic, it's almost like the developers themselves have to just right off the bat try to convince you that this is no, it's super authentic. This is real. Very funny. Thank you for pointing that out. So yeah, there's more. The whole entire just about the game and key features, like, it just makes sense now. They got somebody who can write words that make sense, that are designed for a human to read. So that's good. I'm not going to read it all because it's all like, now it just makes sense. Now it really does just kind of seem like, okay, yeah, just build connections with the locals. It's a game now. And even here, even in like the tags, they've pared things down quite a lot. Okay, action, casual, massively multiplayer, RPG, simulation. It's a little bit more open world, a little more focused now. So that's good. They still have this. They still insist that these people have said these things about the game, including a producer of League of Legends, Still, I don't know. Is there any word on that? I'm not really sure. That's still a little weird. But this more or less, and yeah, remember how before there was like the news section that led to the whole like fashion thing? It's gone. The fashion aspect has just been completely deleted from existence. So now you're looking at this, and now it just kind of looks like a whatever game. And you know, you do have to wonder. You do have to. It's that thing where whenever someone or a company or whatever makes like a really super baffling decision, and then everyone has like a reaction to it, and you just gotta think, like, what did you expect? Why? I mean, it goes without saying, but just like, why did it take people reacting to this stuff and communicating that to you to make you realize you needed to change it? Why did you not initially think that you needed a comprehensible store page, that you needed somebody who knew how to write sentences? I don't get it, especially because advertising this cat game, as we talked about, this is not cheap stuff. Hold on. Hold on. Right. Okay. Yeah. So, I guess it's still technically a rumor. Somebody came out, who, you know, quote unquote, revealed the cost of advertising their game in, Summer Game Fest. And we don't technically know if it's true. Everyone seems to have just kind of accepted it. I would not be surprised if it was true. So the Game Awards, let's just assume for a second that the prices are the same. At least according to this report, a 1-minute trailer in Summer Game Fest is $250,000. 1.5 minutes, $350K. 2 minutes is $450K. 2.5 minutes is $550K. And so we have a good reason to believe that these people spent upwards of like a few $100,000, possibly multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, to get this game in front of people at the Game Awards. And yet at no point, and you know, and apparently they paid some like influencers to say stuff about it. Like they've spent a lot of money on getting this in front of people, and yet at no point in that process did they feel like spending you know, on hiring a college kid to like proofread it, to get anybody. And you know, it might not be like, oh, it's all AI slop or whatever. It could be like a translation thing, possibly, but even that is like, really? You could, nobody involved in this whole process thought that it was a good idea to like, let's get someone who knows how to make words and make it. You get what I'm saying? It's just so baffling. It's hard for me to understand it. It's hard for me to get, like, what did you expect? Why was it not important before, but now it is after we respond? I don't know, whatever. Clearly they weren't thinking, and that's, again, clearly whoever is involved in this has no idea what they're doing. And so that's why now it's time to go to the gameplay asterisk part of this. You know, again, they have given us real gameplay in that it is a thing that is happening in an engine. It is, you know, like captured in game, running in real time. Okay, well, take a look at it. Should we listen? Okay, a little bit lower. It's not just a CG trailer. This is running in engine. Well, this part right there, I'm not so sure, because then when you get to the cat stuff, it's like super like low frame rate. But whatever. Okay, look, here's a character creator, cat creator, cat dress up. We have some cats hanging out in environments, and I mean, essentially that's all we have. It's just cats hanging out in places, which is cool. It is real gameplay though. There's some pretty stuff in there. All right, it's pretty all right. And here we go. There's the actual gameplay. You know, cat running around, sitting there, and then more with the you get more with the creator in a little bit. So it is gameplay. It is technically gameplay. We can no longer say that there is no game whatsoever. That is an untrue statement. Forgive us for making that jump. We were a little bit little hasty. There is something here. Someone somewhere is making a game where there are cats moving around an environment, and you can dress them up. And then something with a lynx. I don't know what this part means. Maybe this means there'll be wild cats you befriend. Viva Pinata style, perhaps? Okay. I'd be down for that. And then and then the part of the trailer where it gets really awkwardly close to the camera. And there you go. And there you go. That's the trailer there. And so the reason I am still, well, I mean, obviously there's a lot of reason to still be pretty skeptical of the entire thing. But I think it's kind of like, this doesn't really look like a game that is, it doesn't look like an alpha build. It looks like a prototype. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, clearly there is work being done. Clearly somebody has created these environments and created these cats and everything. But it's like, there's still not really a game here. It's claiming so much. It's claiming a multiplayer element. It's claiming an open world. What does open world mean? Is there exploration? What are you exploring? This just kind of seems like a cat dress-up simulator. And the thing is like, yeah, okay, they've put some work into the environments. They've gotten someone who knows what they're doing with the environments. But, you know, anybody can mess around in a game engine and make a game where you've got a character running around. You've got your environment and you've got a character running around. But, like, that's like 0.01% of the work that actually goes into a game and designing a game and creating all the systems and everything. So it's like, yes, technically they have proven that there is some sort of game being developed, but it's still such a teeny tiny little taste. You can tell that it's really really poorly optimized. Whenever it shows like actual gameplay, it gets all like kind of, the frame rate gets kind of choppy. It's clearly so early on in development that like, this is not footage that you show people. This is not footage of your game that you show to the public. This is something, yeah, maybe investors. And again, I think a lot of this, it has to just be that they have been trying to just drum up interest and get investors, even though they've already spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in theory. And then however much they have spent on like the game itself, we don't really know. But like, yeah, this is not something that you advertise to the public. This shows us nothing. This does not show off any of the, oh, there are actually a lot. Wait, never mind. It doesn't show off enough. It really, like, yes, okay, you've proven something, but that something wasn't much, because, and with another company, you might give them more of a benefit of the doubt, you know, okay, well, this is really rough, but I still believe that they're like making a game. But they're only showing us the bare minimum, and combined with all of the other red flags, all of just the entire rest of the entire situation, our trust levels are already quite low. We already don't trust what these people say. So this gameplay doesn't do much. In my opinion, it really does not do much to convince me that this is a real, legitimate product, that this is a real game that is going to release and is going to have all of these lovely features that are being promised. Farm life. Yeah, the whole entire system where you're like growing flowers and things. Yeah, I don't know. It's still just so nebulous. It still seems so rough and so strange. And even if they've cleaned up the store page and the website, we will not forget. We cannot forget all of the weird AI just nonsense, all of the just word salad they tried to use. This just was so long. It just went on and on and on with the word salad, trying to convince us to love their open world cuddle steer robots cat game, you know? So I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe this should be enough. I mean, look at that. It's adorable. You know, they have see, that's another thing. They have clearly, very purposefully chosen cats that don't look as horrible. The initial trailer, they looked so bad. Like, you know, okay, let's pull back a little bit from the the freaks of nature, the most horrible, like, sleep paralysis demon cats you've ever seen in your entire life. They are hearing us. I feel heard. These cats look more or less kind of normal, and I do appreciate that. They are taking our feedback to heart. But I'm sorry, Super Authentic. I am still slightly skeptical of this whole thing. So now we just have to just sit back and keep hoping that there's more. You know, I don't want it to dry up. That's my fear, is that like they revealed it. There was the backlash, and then they kind of addressed it. But now where do we go? Because who is going to invest in this game? How is this little like bare bones prototype? Is that actually going to turn into a real game? We don't know. We can only hope that something comes along sometime soon, because it's too fun. It's too fun. It's Catly. It's so weird. He's a weird little guy. This is good. This is good internet content right here. This is good. This is important work. This is important work. It's important.